It's Week 11 of the National Football.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Richardson off the play fake. This pass left side to Downs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Off play action, Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You talk about this Titan defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Play action. Now Richardson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Richardson looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Second down and 6 now. Here's Richardson to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Now it's Richardson. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2.
He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts offense and Josh Downs making their way out. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
Richardson under pressure. And down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. They go play action with Richardson. And that one too wide and incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. This defense for the Colts, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's a diving catch right side. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Richardson looking to throw this. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving and there's a defender.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Still 1st down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Pacheco. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Levis sets up to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one, so now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. Levis looking to throw. Going for the deep ball.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Levis.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3rd down and 6.
29 down, 22 Rita.
Here's Levis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He finds his man, complete. It's Larson. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Richardson working from the gun. A short one there, caught by Likely.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Levis.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barber. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Levis back to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
Throw left side complete. That's Barber.
And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 1.
Mo. 40 Rita. And 24 Linda. So that grenade.
They'll throw it again with Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Like 5-4. Odd. Like 5-4.
Levis to throw it. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Levis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the foot.
And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Richardson. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Richardson from near his goal line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. He'll take it at the 42. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Mike zero.
To throw again on 2nd down. Levis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. He finds his man, complete. It's Larson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
23 Linda, like 24.
Now back to throw.
And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. Down the left sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Chase Claypool.
76 yards.
And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd and 10, Richardson over the middle, complete. That's Larson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Richardson out of the shotgun. That is caught, and he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off play action, Richardson. That is caught, Michael Pittman with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the air with Richardson. And going right back to Pittman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated group.
And shutting him off, now open field. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Like 54.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Like 49.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Like 13. Like 13.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Like 90. Nay. 54 readers.
And Levis going back to the air.
He finds his man, complete. It's Shelton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Like 13.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back on.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Right side, there's Likely with it.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Richardson looking to throw.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Michael Pittman
from 6 yards away.
And the Colts get a bit closer.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Levis.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Now 2nd and 3. Levis looking to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Here's Levis. Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Complete to Likely.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Richardson working from the gun. To the right side and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
He finds his man complete. That's Barber. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw, it's Levis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
No. 40 arena.
They'll throw it again with Levis.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Levis will sneak it.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Pacheco will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a 1st down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 64 yards.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Richardson will throw for it.
Out to his left. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Now Levis.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shelton. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Titans are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
22 yards there, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That complete to Downs.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Larson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
Richardson. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Yeah, Richardson yet again. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Richardson looking to throw this. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Colts!
Isaiah Likely
from 17 yards out.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Like 54.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
49. Hey, Mayday.
Here we go, 4th down, Levis. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf, incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.